Good morning, Washington. This is DCR-TV Dave. Dave TV for the 28th of July, 2011. Just wanted to show you a couple more of the t-shirts from Shirt Shack. There's a, anybody remember Star 98.3 down there in Southern Maryland? Or how about Extra 104? Extra 104, WXTR, Oldies 100. Look at this long sleeve t-shirt. This will keep you warm on a nice November night, right? There we go. Celebrating 10 big years. And of course, Sports Talk 980, back when it was owned by Clear Channel. And anyhow, these t-shirts are just a few of the ones still available on DCR TV Shirt Shack. If you sign up or renew or extend your deal for Plus. Now, Plus is our really cool, well, let me show you Plus. Shall I show you Plus? Shall I show you Plus? I'll show you Plus. Okay? If you go to, let's see if I can get this on here. Okay. There's DCR TV Plus, okay? And once you get on DCR TV Plus, you get links to all the local radio stations. You get new graphics. I mean, we put up new Flashback graphics almost every day. Lots of cool stuff. Then you get nostalgia and history, a whole bunch of cool nostalgia and history. WMAL Wash. We have 83 photo galleries on the site. We have video. We have tribute pages to WMZQ, Brian and O'Brien, DC 101, WCBM, Milt Grant, Jim Vance, Gordon Peterson, Howard Stern, Don Geronimo, Michael Mara, Warner Wolf. We have listings of the AM and FM radio stations and station histories. We got Arch Campbell and Johnny Dark and Johnny Holiday and Eddie Gallagher and Greaseman and Ranger Hal and Count Gordeval and WOHN and Wheel and GTB and the Washington Quarter Century Broadcasters, Tech Specs, Transmitter Maps, Transmitter Tours, the whole shebang. All this and much more on DCR TV Plus. Okay, and it's just our way of saying thank you for your support. If you make a donation to DCR TV of $39 or more, we'll give you a year of DCR TV Plus. However, if you make that donation between now and the end of July, which is just a few more days, we will give you 2 years of DCR TV Plus for the price of one, and your choice of one of these wonderful Shirt Shack t-shirts. Okay, these are 4 of them. There's also a whole bunch more on DCR TV Shirt Shack page, which you will find by going to the little promotional thing we have on the front of DCR TV for DCR TV Plus. So here's the bottom line. Sign up for DCR TV Plus before the end of July. You get 2 years for the price of one, $39, and you get a free local radio t-shirt. Okay? So that's that. All right, folks. What do we got for you now? Somebody sent me a video clip here from Channel 9 in the 1980s. So let's take a look at this. Flashback memory for when Channel 9 was WDVM.
This is CBS.
Also CBS.
Ahead on Eyewitness News, the second and final debate between President Reagan and Walter Mondale in the battle for the White House.
I think we got
This is Ken Gerald. In Washington, Republicans led by Vice President Bush were more than satisfied with President Reagan's performance, while local Democrats claimed Mondale was the clear-cut victor.
give them, and this is Gordon Peterson in Kansas City. It's the same here. Both sides are claiming victory, as we will hear. Eyewitness News is next.
Now, from Television 9, Washington's news station, this is Eyewitness News Weekend.
Good evening, I'm Jane Van Ryan. Millions of voters got their last look at President Reagan and Democratic challenger Walter Mondale together tonight. A live 90-minute television debate on foreign policy gave each of the candidates the opportunity to play the themes they've sounded all week. Gordon Peterson is standing by live in Kansas City. Gordon?
Jane, there's no question about it. Ronald Reagan was more like himself tonight than he was 2 weeks ago in Louisville. His campaign advisors have been saying.
Okay, folks, that was, I guess, 1984. Remember, so that was Ronald Reagan's second term, the big blowout one where he beat Walter Mondale in what did Walter Mondale win? He won 3 states. I don't know, 3 or 4 states. I think he won Minnesota and a couple other states. So it was a landslide for Reagan, and it was 1984, right? Because Reagan's first term was in 80, and he beat Jimmy Carter by a little bit, and then he went ahead in 84 to really wallop the crap out of Walter Mondale, who had been the vice president under Jimmy Carter. Okay, folks. There we go. The history. Big news. The big news today. Let's see. We've got a couple of interesting little stories here. Scott Wykoff, WBAL reporter, has been named Best Radio Reporter in the August issue of Baltimore Magazine. DCRTV also hears that Hubbard All News, or WTOP, has renewed its contract with CBS News for another 2 years. I still think some of my sources tell me this, that CBS really wants to own WTOP, and the Hubbard thing is kind of a temporary thing, and that in a couple of years, CBS will get its snatches on WTOP. You wait and see. Late 2013, 2014. When it happens, remember back and think, golly, DCRTV Dave had that one nailed that one right on the. Right on the head. Boop! Craig Melvin, Channel 4 news anchor Craig Melvin, not totally unexpected, announces that he's going to be jumping to New York City to MSNBC, which is also owned by NBC. Why? Well, his bride-to-be, Lindsay Zarniak, the former Channel 4 sports reporter, has just accepted a job at ESPN in Bristol, Connecticut, which is, a relatively short drive northeast of New York City. So, they'll probably get a nice house there in Fairfield, Connecticut. What do you think? Fairfield County, Connecticut. That's kind of in between Bristol and New York. And in the mornings, Lindsay can head off to the northeast and he can head off to the southwest and go to their respective jobs. And at night they come back and have their nice, dinner and a nice life there in Fairfield County, Connecticut. That's what I predict. Yeah. Also, some other big news. WMAL was on Capitol Hill yesterday, as you can see here. There they are. There's Brian Williams. There's Mary Catherine Ham. Giggle, giggle, giggle. And there's Brian Neiman all dressed up with nowhere to go there on Capitol Hill. That's the WMAL morning team. So there. They were there on Capitol Hill talking about the debt. The debt! The debt crisis that's consuming our nation. Okay. Any other big news? Yes. One more big item today we'll report on. Monique, otherwise known as Monica Imes. She's a Baltimore native. I believe she grew up in the Woodlawn, somewhere near Baltimore. I'm not quite sure where Woodlawn is, but it's near Baltimore. She's a Baltimore native, and she's, of course, been a comedian. She's been an actress. She won an Emmy or won an Oscar for Precious. That I never watched that movie, but it was very lauded a couple years ago. And she's done television. I believe she did a show called The Parkers. But anyhow, in July 2008, she was hired by Radio 1 to do a radio show which aired on WMMJ Magic 102.3 for about a year or so until it got canned. But anyhow, the big news with her is that she's going to be leaving her BET talk show. BET, of course, is technically based in Washington, but most of its production is out of New York. So anyhow, Monique, no more Monique on BET. I think she's a really good actress and all that. It'd be nice to see her focus full time on acting. She's good at that. She's good at that. All right, folks, that's the big news today at DCRTV Dave TV. Trying to think, do I have any criticism of the Washington Post today? No, I can't think of anything. All right, folks. Thanks for visiting us today. Don't forget, DCRTV Plus, 2 years of it, $39 and a shirt. Yeah, that offer till midnight on the 31st, so you still got through Sunday. But make your PayPal donation right away, and we'll get that shirt in the mail to you tomorrow. Okay? Check us out at DCRTV.com. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to stay tuned.